Even though there are many factors that slow the development of new cars all over the world, many car makers still manage to find ways to keep us entertained and excited about their upcoming model lineups. In today's video, we are looking at all new or significantly upgraded cars that British car makers are bringing for the 2023 and 2024 model years. Before we begin, we have to announce that this is just the first part of our model overview, while the second part is set to follow in the upcoming days. So don't forget to return for another portion of automotive news, and let's get started. McLaren 750S. While some may say that the new McLaren 750S is just an extensively tuned 720S, this British car maker takes great pride in their new 750S and claims that not only is it a worthy replacement for their previous generation mid-engine supercar, but also the lightest and most powerful mass-produced vehicle in McLaren's history. To gain this title, McLaren's engineers reworked or improved over 30% of the components compared to its exotic car predecessor. The most significant improvements concern the powertrain. The more potent 4.0-liter V8 engine brought performance figures to 740 horsepower and 590 pound-feet of torque. The power boost, alongside a lightened carbon fiber chassis and other weight-cutting procedures that lowered the overall weight to 3,062 pounds, enabled this rear-wheel drive car to show 0 to 60 mph time of 2.7 seconds. A 0 to 124 mph sprint takes just 7.2 seconds and could continue onwards to 206 mph top speed. McLaren 750S is using the latest hydraulic suspension set up with lightweight springs and dampers, as well as revised geometry for better riding agility. As for the transmission, it's a 7-speed dual clutch with an optimized gearing. The facelifted exterior features a meaner-looking front splitter, redesigned vents and wheel arches, narrower headlights, and an enlarged active rear wing made of carbon fiber. The carbon fiber and other lightweight materials found their application both in the exterior and interior. Standard seats are made of carbon fiber, which helped to save additional 38.6 pounds compared to the seats in older 720S. The interior could be outfitted with either Nappa or Alcantara leather. Apple CarPlay is available in the standard modification, while the central control screen now has updated graphics and more responsive touch controls. Range Rover Sport SV. Out with the old, in with the new. The 2024 Range Rover Sport SV is here to fill the void in the brand's lineup. Created by the previously departed SVR, this year, the manufacturer made sure that the newcomer has upgrades that would be noticed by the performance-craving folk and would span beyond just a name change. Unlike its predecessor that relies on a 5.0-liter V8, the Sport SV puts to use a BMW-sourced turbocharged V8 with a 4.4-liter displacement. With this engine awarded, the Range Rover gained the status of the most powerful luxury SUV in the brand's history, and makes 626 horsepower and 553 pound-feet of torque, which is enough to show the 0 to 60 mph acceleration time of 3.6 seconds, and propel you to the maximum speed of 180 mph. The fans of electrified powertrains could opt in for a P550e model with a 3.0-liter 6-cylinder engine, a 160 kilowatt electric motor, and a 38.2 kilowatt-hour battery pack that offers up to 75 miles of EV-only range. The sporty nature of this SUV is further highlighted by the new 6D suspension setup, an airflow-enhanced exterior design, and the use of carbon fiber wheels and other lightweight materials. The suspension features height-adjustable air springs and interlinked hydraulic dampers that, combined with other performance features like all-wheel steering, let you maintain near-level stance while tackling tight corners. Finally, the performance focus continues inside the cabin. Here, you'll find new body and sole seats with latest audio tech, and an infotainment system with 13.1-inch floating glass display, Amazon Alexa integration, and new country road assist technology. Aston Martin DB12. Aston Martin have just revealed their successor to the iconic DB11 Grand Tour. The upcoming DB12 is taking over the flagship position. However, it's still using a 4.0-liter V8 engine, just like its predecessor. It should be noted that Aston Martin may offer a V12 version of DB12, but there has been no official confirmation so far. Behind the enormous new front grille, this Aston Martin is hiding a twin-turbo engine supplied by the AMG division of Mercedes-Benz. It was tuned to put out 671 horsepower and 590 pound-feet of torque. With an 8-speed automatic, an electric limited slip differential, and over 150 horsepower more than its predecessor, the new DB12 takes just 3.5 seconds to reach 60 miles per hour and continue onwards to the 202 mile per hour top speed. Even though DB12 has retained many similarities with DB11, it's not hard to notice some certain design alternations, namely a larger grille, swept back headlights, a wider rear with C-shaped taillights, and a more muscular bumper. Moreover, DB12 gets 21-inch alloy rims in its standard modification. As per Aston Martin's tradition, the vehicle's interior is still a fine display of wood, metal, and carbon fiber, but we have to admit it looks more contemporary, with a 10.25-inch touchscreen and such modern must-haves as Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The first unit of Aston Martin's new DB12 car was sold at a charity auction for $1.6 million. However, you can still get in line and snatch a copy for $245,000. The first customer deliveries are set to start in the third quarter of 2023. MG Cyberster. The transfer of the MG brand over to the Chinese SAIC group opened a window of opportunity for the revival of this iconic British brand. Over the past years, MG presented several new models with fresh looks and great emphasis on electrification. However, none of them truly embraced the brand's sports car roots. Luckily, MG management decided to address this issue and announced the mass production of MG Cyberster concept. This model harkens back to the company's original Roadsters. It has long, low silhouette with a swooping bonnet, large diameter wheels, and an integrated spoiler at the camback tail. The car's scissor doors give you the passage to the modern interior with driver-focused cockpit, yoke-style steering, and a triple-screen layout. While the technical specifications have not been announced, there are rumors hinting at two powertrain variations: a single-motor rear-wheel drive variation with 310 horsepower on tap, and a dual-motor all-wheel drive variation capable of pushing out 536 horsepower. According to the latest press release, the Cyberster is about to enter production, while the first customer deliveries in UK and Europe are scheduled for the summer of 2024. How do you like today's lineup so far? Are these new models by Land Rover, Jaguar, Aston Martin, and other British brands living up to your expectations? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Let's continue, shall we? Land Rover Defender 130 Outbound. Land Rover's new Defender 130 Outbound was specially developed for overlanding enthusiasts that need to reach faraway destinations, while carrying significant amounts of gear and retaining the most pleasant in-cabin experience. Even though this newcomer is built on the same long wheelbase as the 8-seater Defender, it is equipped with only 5 seats. The remaining space is reserved for an enlarged cargo space of 88.85 cubic feet. The cargo area spans over 50 inches and is prepared for the most demanding adventures. It has a near-flat loading space, multiple latch points, cargo nets, and durable floor mats that can even be unfolded to protect the rear bumper. If you want even more protection, Land Rover can apply an optional satin protective film for better scratch resistance. This SUV has 3 engine options to choose from: P400 gasoline and D300 diesel engines that feature a mild hybrid technology, as well as the most capable 5.0-liter supercharged V8. The V8 engine option comes with exclusive quad exhaust pipes and provides you with 493 horsepower and 450 pound-feet of torque. That's enough to complete a 0 to 60 mile/hour sprint in 5.7 seconds. The SUV's off-road capabilities are backed by an intelligent all-wheel drive system, an electronic air suspension, and standard Goodyear Wrangler DuraTrack all-terrain tires. Finally, the cabin should be outfitted with either Windsor leather or durable resist fabric. The standard equipment includes 4-zone climate control, Meridian sound system, interactive driver display, and an infotainment system with an 11.4-inch touchscreen. Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and Alexa voice controls are supported too. AC Cobra GT Roadster. Established over 120 years ago, AC is one of Britain's oldest independent automobile manufacturers. This year, the company is bringing back the iconic AC Cobra sports car, also known in the US as the Shelby Cobra. The car is returning as a retro-styled roadster that mixes analog and digital technology, and has much improved ergonomics. Once again, at the heart of the Cobra sits a Ford-sourced drivetrain. This time, it is a supercharged 5.0-liter V8, paired with a 6-speed manual or a modern 10-speed automatic. The mill is good for 663 horses and 575 pound-feet, sending the Roadster flying to 60 in 3.4 seconds. The chassis of the new Cobra GT is performed using aluminum. Its bodywork uses carbon fiber and other composites, while the suspension is said to be developed with input from a professional racing team. Finally, the cabin houses carbon fiber seats, modern infotainment, and AC. Ineos Grenadier. It has taken quite some time, but it seems that the purist of the SUV world would finally rejoice, as Ineos SUV is finally here. The company has just announced that it is ready to take pre-orders from the USA and Canada. The upcoming SUV sits on a box section ladder frame with twin beam axles and long travel multi-link suspension. Eibach manufactured coils offer progressive compression and rebound movements, while ZF dampers are rated for any conditions. Among the engine choices are BMW 3-liter turbo inline 6-cylinder gasoline and a twin-turbo diesel. The gas engine makes 286 horsepower and 332 pound-feet of torque, while the diesel option puts out 249 horses and 406 pound-feet. Both are paired to a ZF 8-speed automatic transmission, permanent 4-wheel drive, and a bespoke transfer case with selectable differential lock, low and high gears. The Ineos Grenadier gets a customizable interior with many analog controls, Recaro seats, wipe-down surfaces, and removable rubber flooring with drain plugs. Gordon Murray T33 Spider. Gordon Murray debuted a stunning convertible version of their newest T33 supercar. Just as exclusive, with 100 copies to be produced and a 7-figure price tag, the new T33 Spider features a removable roof. It consists of 2 lightweight carbon composite panels, stowed in the front trunk when not in use. Dropping the roof required further modifications. The car gets a high-level roof scoop channeling the air right above your head and rollover protection, built into the fixed section of the roof in order to boost aerodynamics. The rear windshield behind the cabin can be electronically lowered or raised to allow you better appreciate the powertrain notes. The Spider also retains the coupe's 2 rear hinged storage compartments hidden in the door frames. The heart of the supercar is a naturally aspirated 3.9-liter Cosworth V12 engine. It makes 617 horsepower and 333 pound-feet of torque, and is mated to a 6-speed manual transmission. Rolls-Royce Spectre. This spiritual successor to the 2-door Phantom rides on the 30% stiffer all-aluminum architecture of luxury and benefits from the magic carpet qualities of the planar suspension. The drag coefficient of 0.25 makes the Spectre the most aerodynamic Rolls ever conceived, all of this without sacrificing the spirit of ecstasy and the blocky grille that is now illuminated with 22 LEDs. The rear lights are set in a large single body panel, and the Rolls rides on huge 23-inch wheels for the first time in 100 years. Rolls-Royce Spectre's specifications are as follows: a 577 horsepower dual motor all-wheel drive, 664 pound-feet of torque, and 260 miles of range. Finally, for this make, the British craftsman expanded customization possibilities with the starlight doors and Cannondale paneling. Jaguar F-Type Edition 75. It's official. 2024 will be the last year for those who have wanted to purchase a brand new F-Type coupe or convertible. In order to mark the end of a 75-year production run, Jaguar is bringing limited model run called Edition 75. The vehicles will be offered in both coupe and convertible body styles. The consumers will get to pick between two variations of the 5.0-liter supercharged V8 engine, 450 PS or 575 PS. The 450 PS engine can generate the maximum torque output of 427 pound-feet at 2,500 RPM and let you sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.4 seconds and drive at speeds of up to 177 miles per hour. The motor could be paired with either an all-wheel drive system or a rear-wheel drive system. The range-topping 575 PS engine is offered exclusively with an all-wheel drive system. It can push out 516 pound-feet of torque, slashing 0 to 60 time to 3.5 seconds, and raising the top speed to 183 miles per hour. Both engines come with an 8-speed quick-shift transmission and switchable active exhaust system. Other mechanical upgrades of these special editions include lightweight rear knuckles, larger wheel bearings, and redesigned upper ball joints for more responsive steering. Both models come with a rear electronic active differential and adaptive dampers. F-Type 75 edition could be distinguished by gloss black 20-inch wheels and commemorative badging on the front fender, door sills, quad exhaust pipes, and center console. Besides special badging, the interior will treat you with luxurious materials, exquisite design details, and a 12.3-inch reconfigurable driver display. Caterham EV Seven. Caterham is one of those British manufacturers that sticks to its roots and takes great pride in brand's motoring heritage. Even though modern Caterham cars don't look much different from lightweight sports cars produced in the 1970s, this manufacturer is not afraid to innovate and embrace new technology. This fact has been further backed by Caterham's venture into the electrification world. This year marked the beginning of EV7 development. For now, it's just a conceptual model, and its mass production future still remains uncertain. However, Caterham will show a fully working model during the upcoming Goodwood Festival of Speed. The EV7 is based on the existing Caterham 7 architecture. However, the powertrain is completely new. It was co-developed with Swindon Powertrain and manages to put out 243 horsepower through a single-speed, 2-stage reduction transmission. As for the torque, 180 pound-feet are at your disposal instantaneously at 0 RPM. Due to use of a heavy 51 kilowatt-hour immersion-cooled battery, the vehicle weight has risen to 1,543 pounds. Still, this sports car can sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in less than 4 seconds and ride at speeds nearing 130 miles per hour. Which of these newcomers by British car makers did we miss? Are there any models you'd like to be featured in the second part of this overview? Share your thoughts below, and as always, may the torque be with you.